Hi everybody, this is Tim here again, here with another BoomStick critique. I decided to come back a little quicker instead of waiting a while. For the next franchise I wanted to do, I decided to go ahead and do the Carrie films, which I wanted to do those because it's not really a franchise, but at the same time it is. I mean, they're not really sequels. Well, there is one sequel, but what I'm saying is there's like two remakes, so it's going to be kind of interesting of seeing like three different versions of the same story. I wasn't even sure if I needed to rewatch the original before I did this review, but I thought, well, you know what the hell, watch it anyway, and give a keep it a little fresh in the mind, give your 2 cents on it. But as far as the original film goes, this is a great film. It's a great film. It's easy 4 star out of 4. Um, really enjoyable film. I had a blast with this film. Any weak points? There's a stupid scene where some of these guys are talking about their tuxes, and all at once it goes into fast forward mode, like their mouse, what they're saying starts like fast forwarding. I know it was, they actually say that they put that in there because they felt the scene was running on too long, and they just threw it in there to actually move the scene faster. It completely takes you out of the movie and has no reason to be here. Any other problems? The movie drags a few times, but I was so interested in the film and having such a blast watching it that I really didn't care. But it does drag a little. Sissy Spacek gives a great performance. William Cat gives a good performance, but not great. Everybody else is good to great. Nobody really gives a bad performance here. Basically, you got Sissy Spacek, who plays Carrie. She gives a great performance. And she is in the film. She plays like this really meek girl. Now, you get Sissy Spacek is not really ugly. She's actually, when you see her at the end, when she's all dolled up at the prom, she's actually pretty. And in the film, she's still not really ugly. She's actually cute. But what it is because she's so meek and like so awkward because she doesn't ever want to do anything or participate in anything with everybody else. And she's like that because she's being abused at home by her psychotic religious mom. Um, so that's the real reason they pick on her, is not because really they think she's ugly. It's because they look down on her because of how meek and weak she is. And they see weakness. They're like animals at school. They see the weakness and they just attack and try to rip her to shreds. Basically it. But it's really one girl who's doing it. Well, I mean, there's a couple people that's like picking at her, but it's really like one girl who's really doing it, and it's really going to town on her, and it's Nancy Allen from friggin' RoboCop. If you've ever seen the RoboCop trilogy, if you remember like the blonde-haired chick who was partners with Officer Lewis, who was partners with Murphy in those movies, RoboCop, this is the chick, and I forgot she was in this movie. And when I watched it, I was like, man, she's such an asshole here. And then towards the middle of the movie, she's like giving John Travolta a blowjob, trying to like coerce him into doing stuff for her. And you get the idea that John Travolta's character, who is like going to the prom with Nancy Allen, or who would have went with her, doesn't even care about doing this prank, and he doesn't even care about picking on Carrie. He only does it because Nancy Allen, sexually persuades him to with a blowjob. And it's funny because when she's blowing him, she's like talking at the same time. I'm like, how the hell how'd you do that? Damn, she's good. But yeah, and John Travolta's in here, and I like his relationship with Nancy Allen is pretty funny. She calls him like dumb shit, and he's like, you fuck. And he'll like slap her, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm turned on, and she'll start wanting to have sex with him. And it's like, guys, if you ever meet a chick that likes to be abused, run. But so we all know the basic story of this. Sissy Spacek gets picked on. I like how the beginning of the movie, first of all, you see a lot of titties, nice titties. So she basically the women's locker room, shower, whatever. And Sissy Spacek's like her character has her first period, and her mom never told her anything about what it is or anything, and so she thinks she's like dying. And Nancy Allen starts throwing tampons at her, and so does everybody else, saying plug it up. And the gym teacher walks in there, and she like slaps Carrie because she wants to calm her down because she's so hysterical. And then she has to explain to her what a period is. And the gym teacher in the movie is like somebody who's like acts as a surrogate mother figure for Carrie, and makes her feel happy because she tells her she's pretty and everything. It's basically like the mother that she really needs, and she's helping her out and giving her confidence and everything. Nancy Allen and her group, they had to like run laps and everything. They got detention, and the gym teacher's running it. She's making them exercise their brains out. And Nancy Allen's like, I ain't doing this no more, bitch. And so the gym teacher walks up her, and I love this scene. She walks up her and she like slaps the shit right at her. I laughed my ass off. And so she wants to get John Travolta to like kill the pig and dump the pig, help her dump some pig blood on Carrie at the prom to get revenge on her for her not getting to go to prom or whatever. She blames her for that, even though it's really her own fault. But and then there's this other girl named Sue. I thought this was a cool character. I mean, I like this. Well, she was a cool character, and I liked the character. She was throwing tampons as well at Carrie at the beginning of the movie, but she realizes what she did was wrong, and so she wants to make up for it. It's understandable. You're a kid, you do stupid shit every now and then. So she wants to do the right thing, and so she sets her boyfriend up, William Cat. I think his name was Tommy. Yeah, it was Tommy, and John Travolta's character's name was Billy. And she wants him to take Carrie to the prom on a date, and so he does. He convinces her to take him or to come with him. But before that, you get all these scenes of Carrie being abused at school. Basically, what it is because she's so abused. I mean, not abused at school, but abused at home. Basically, what it is because her mom abuses her so much that she's a shut-in. She can't even participate in anything because her will has been broken by her mom. It's that abuse led to her being a shut-in and so shy at school and not wanting to do anything, and then that led to her being abused even more by other people. So it's just like a constant circle of abuse. This film is really like a horror drama tragedy, honestly. And her mother's played by like Piper Laurie, and Piper Laurie scared the shit out of me. Like she's like this religious nut job. She's not really a Christian. I mean, she like perverts Christianity, and she's a religious extremist. She uses it just as an excuse to be abusive. Basically, you get the idea that she was religious and she hooked up some dude, slept with him before she was married, and she got pregnant. And then the guy ran out on her because he couldn't take her shit, I guess. And so after that, because he left her, and the fact that she was already off in the head to begin with, that she just went deeper off the deep end. And so she doesn't tell Carrie about what a period is or anything like that. She doesn't want her to have anything to do with boys because she basically wants to shelter her and she doesn't want her to grow up. She wants her to stay with her and just never go anywhere and not become a person or a woman. She just wants to keep her from. She imagines that she'll like go out, sleep with some dude, and get pregnant like she did. And to prevent that, she's already messed up in the head. So to prevent that, she gets abusive and slapping the shit out of her and dragging Sissy Spacek in closets. And so you get to the prom. Sissy Spacek shows off her abilities, and she forces her mom to let her go to the prom. She goes to the prom. She gets there. It's a beautiful. I love the lighting in this prom. Like, I mean, what's in the movie, like in the prom in the gymnasium or whatever, with all the purples and greens and shit, and just the way it's filmed. Brian De Palma did a great job, and yes, he's the director. So Nancy Allen and this other girl, like PJ Souls or whatever is the actor's name. I forgot the character's name, but you know her because she always wears a baseball cap. Every scene she's in, she has that damn baseball cap on. She was also in Halloween. She was the chick that like showed off her amazing rack right before Michael Myers strangled her to death in the original Halloween. But here she plays an asshole, and she like always has this baseball cap on. Even at prom when she's wearing a dress, she's still wearing the baseball cap. It's like, what the. It's hilarious. I feel like they should make an action figure of this chick with the baseball cap. It would be amazing. Hell, I'd buy one. But so they rigged the voting like ballots or whatever to make it where Carrie and Tommy win king and queen of prom, and they get up there and Nancy Allen dumps the pig blood on her. And that's all she wrote right there. After everything and all the abuse she's been through the whole movie, she just has a psychotic break and snaps. And she imagines everybody in the crowd laughing at her because right before she went to the prom, her mom told her that everybody would laugh at her and she shouldn't go. So, it's already fixated in her head. So when she completely snaps, she just hallucinates and imagines everybody laughing at her when they're not. So she takes her revenge out on everybody. because she imagines everybody, was in on it because she just completely lost it. So she kills everybody there except for Sue, who got took out of the prom, or who was took out of the prom by the teacher before the pig blood got dumped on Carrie because she was like going up to the stage and she saw what was going on. She was trying to stop it. The teacher thought she was in on it, so she pushed her. Well, she thought she was up to something, so the teacher took her out of the gymnasium. So she lucked out by pure coincidence. But and John Travolta and Nancy Allen's character managed to make it out at the last second before all hell breaks loose. And then any other little problems? There's maybe one or two little dated effect shots here, but I love the directing choice here when it goes like split screen like a comic book. It looks really cool. And Carrie just goes to town and starts wiping everybody's ass out. William Katt's character, just like the bucket that had the pig blood in it that dumps on Carrie, just like falls on the dude's head, and that pretty much knocks his brains out and kills him. That seems kind of weird to me because when you see it, it seems like a really light hit, and it just doesn't seem like it'd be strong enough to like knock your damn brains out. I mean, I don't know, but what it does, it's not important. So and then she burns the place up, and everybody in it dies, and she makes it out. Really great, epic scene. Everybody, people get electrocuted and shit. Great carnage. She gets out, and then you got this other awkward scene where all at once, just out of nowhere, Nancy Allen's character and John Travolta appear in their automobile, and they try to like run Carrie over for no reason. I mean, like, why are they doing this? I mean, why don't they just like go home, or something, or go get the police or what? But I mean, wouldn't you just get the hell out of Dodge? But they just randomly appear at the exact right spot and try to run her over. And that's not how it is in the book, I'm pretty sure. But so it felt a little out of place here. But when Nancy Allen and John Travolta get it, you're like, yeah, because you don't give a shit about these people. And they basically get blowed up in their car, and the car also gets flipped over and over by Carrie a couple times before she blows up. And then you get the climactic ending, the climax here, where she goes back home and she's so broken down and she just wants to be held by her mom. She's just completely killed, and her mom is insane and she thinks she's possessed by the devil because she has superpowers, and she was born, when her mom wasn't married or before she was married, and so she like stabs her in the back. It's like, damn, this woman. This is like, she's so crazy, like religious wise, like a religious extremist. This is like what ISIS would be like in film. I mean, come on. But and so she is like keeps coming after Carrie, and she wants to like stab the shit out of her. And so Carrie like slings her up against the wall. She throws like a knife into her hand and pins her to the wall, or her hand to the wall, and she pretty much stabs the hell out of her with all these different blades. And right when Piper Laurie's like dying, she makes like an orgasm sound right when she dies. I think the reason that is because she's like being crucified pretty much, and this is like because she's so insane in religion that this is the way that she would want to go out. Like this would be her. This is like her dream death. So, and then after that, Sissy Spacek walks over there, Carrie walks over there, and she grabs her mom. And she just screams, because she did that, and she feels horrible about it because she loves her mom despite all the abuse, and now she has no one. She has nothing, nobody. And then she just brings the house down on herself and kamikazes her ass and kills herself. Really sad and tragic ending. And even if the prom would have worked out and Carrie would have had a good prom, when she came home, her mom still would have tried to kill her and still would have stabbed her in the back really badly. And she still would have had to have killed her mom. But I don't think she would have killed herself afterwards, though, because she would have had more to live for. She would have been happier, so she would have been more inspired to want to live, I think. But then you get to the main end. Sue's the one person who survived the massacre at the school, and she's having a nightmare about Carrie, because her mom's talking on the phone to somebody about it. She's like, doctor said she's young, she'll get over this in time because she's so young, she'll forget. And at the end, she has like a nightmare where she's at Carrie's grave, and Carrie's arm like bursts up out of the grave and grabs her on the arm. And this ending is, ripped off in Friday the 13th, which is funny, but or inspired Friday the 13th, whichever. But and then Sue's like screaming as she's waking up from her nightmare. And you just, you get the idea that, this is going to be with her forever. She survived. Everyone else died. Everyone she knew. So, tragedy is going to haunt her for the rest of her life. It's always going to be there. So, yeah, all in all, 4-star film. Great horror tragedy film. Really enjoyable movie. I highly recommend it. Now, I will be honest. I will make a honest statement here. I have never seen Carrie 2. Never. So when I do a review for that film, it will be my first time ever watching it. I have no idea what to expect. I will see you guys again with Carrie 2.